Today on Public Eye News, the $50 million grant to Calumet Electronics, and later, the latest updates on the House Speaker nomination.
Bianca Kroll will have your weather forecast, and our very own Brad Seaborg will have your sports recap. I'm Ava Saloyan.
And I'm Emerald Higgins, and this is Public Eye News. Starting in Detroit this evening, the 60-year-old man who threatened to kill Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson has been sentenced to 15 months of probation. James Topler of Detroit was sentenced late yesterday under a specialized mental health treatment court, a month after pleading no contest to one count of malicious use of telecommunication services. Topler was also ordered to have no contact with Whitmer or Benson, either of their offices, and to have no malicious contact with 911 emergency services. Topler is to report to the Specialized Mental Health Treatment Court in November, where appropriate treatment will be determined. A 33-year-old man has been charged with hate crimes and aggravated battery after pepper spraying pro-Palestinian protesters near an Israel Solidarity rally this past weekend. Sunday evening, after about 1,000 people were gathered at a banquet hall in a northern suburb of Chicago to show their solidarity with Israel and rallied outside were several hundred pro-Palestinian demonstrators. As the protests wrapped up, the sound of a gunshot was heard, and a few minutes later, attendees were pepper sprayed by the man. 2 attendees and a Chicago police officer suffered minor injuries from the spray. The Illinois man is charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated battery and 2 felony hate crime charges.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers has announced a new $400 million project to improve drinking water throughout the state. The funding, allocated through the Safe Drinking Water Loan Program, is offered to 106 municipalities to improve water infrastructure projects, such as replacing lead service lines and addressing PFAS contaminants. The press release specified that there is a specific focus towards small and disadvantaged communities around the state. The money will be awarded over the next year and distributed as eligible costs are calculated. Municipalities may request an evaluation of their priority score for funding on Wisconsin's DNR webpage at dnr.wisconsin.gov. And Governor Gretchen Whitmer has announced that funding for new economic development projects across the state have been approved. One such project is Calumet Electronics, which has received a grant of greater than $50 million. Calumet Electronics specializes in the engineering and manufacturing of printed circuit boards, as well as pioneering and packaged substrates used in aerospace and defense. The company is currently working to expand operations within Leap Ahead Electronics for the Department of Defense, as well as creating one of the first packaged substrate factories in the country. Over the next 3 years, Calumet Electronics will retrain employees for the new additions, as well as retaining current production services. In this Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a new survey shows that besides the lump, many adults don't know problematic warning signs. CBS News' Michael George has one woman's story about a battle with the disease she was never expecting.
In May 2020, Lisa Overholser was experiencing pain and swelling in her neck and shoulder.
My initial symptoms were some skin changes in my breast. It had gotten kind of just thickened and dimpled, but what really drove me to the doctor was pain in my left arm.
She thought she had a pinched nerve. She was diagnosed with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer.
I quit breathing. It was just there's no way. I had worked in physical therapy. I thought, oh, I've got this radiating pain, never connecting it to the skin changes in my breast.
Most adults know a lump is a breast cancer symptom, but a survey from the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center shows they don't know other symptoms, such as a retracted, inverted, or downward pointing nipple, breast puckering, loss of feeling, pitting, thickening of the skin, and discharge.
Knowing what both common and uncommon symptoms are will allow women and men to notify their doctors if there's a change in their breast and to find cancer earlier.
Dr. Ashley Pariser says inflammatory breast cancer can often be mistaken for an infection.
If it's not getting better, it's really important to look at alternative reasons, because inflammatory may be one of the reasons.
Lisa's treatment included intensive chemotherapy, surgery, radiation, and a 2-drug oral treatment to try to keep her disease stable.
Once you're stage 4, they never tell you you're cured, but I have no active cancer activity.
She's enjoying spending time with her grandson and urges other women to talk to their doctor if they notice changes in their body. Michael George, CBS News.
Now don't touch that dial. Bianca will be back with some colder conditions and your weather forecast after this break.
This is an alien world where extraordinary life forms exhibit strange behaviors. To unravel these mysteries, the Spy in the Wild series returns. 30 new spy creatures with hidden cameras will infiltrate almost every ocean on the planet. What they discover must be seen to be believed.
Tonight at 8 on WNMU-TV.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I am Bianca Kroll, and today I will be giving us our weather forecast for our weather today. Looking at our sky cam here today is going to be a little bit cloudy, a little rainy out there, but we're looking at pretty good weather with the fall here. And looking at our temperatures here in the UP, in Houghton we have a good 47 degrees and cloudy all over. In Ironwood, 50 with cloudy, also in Iron Mountain, 53, and in Menominee, 53 as well. With looking at Escanaba, it is also 53 and a little bit of showers. In Manistee, also 53, and Sault Ste. Marie, 53. And looking at our Marquette, Michigan here, we have a good 46 with rainy weather. Looking here is also with cloudy skies and our winds being northeast and the pressure being 30.06 inches and steady. And tonight's forecast is also going to be cloudy with a low of 44 with the winds being northeast and 10 miles per hour. And looking at tomorrow's weather is going to be rainy with a high of 50 and a low of 46, winds being northeast and 12 miles per hour. Looking at the rest here of our forecast today, Friday is going to be 58, a high and rainy with a low of 36, and Saturday a high of 42, cloudy skies and a low of 33, and Sunday 41 with a high and cloudy skies with a 35 being our low. And back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much for the weather update, Bianca. It's finally starting to feel like fall.
Republican Mike Johnson has been elected the new House Speaker. Mike Johnson of Louisiana has become the fourth Republican candidate nominated through the last 3 weeks after previous House Speaker Kevin McCarthy was voted from his position. Previous nominee Tom Emmer withdrew only hours after his election. Emmer faced strong opposition from Donald Trump and other hardline GOP lawmakers, yet Emmer stated that this did not affect his decision to withdraw. Johnson garnered all the necessary votes on the first ballot with support from all Republicans following an endorsement from former President Donald Trump. Johnson is expected to be sworn into office in the near future. California Governor Gavin Newsom had a surprise meeting today with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in Beijing. Both leaders displayed friendly demeanors, which has drawn attention in comparison to the tense dialogue between the United States and China in recent years. Newsom will be on a week-long tour of China where he plans to discuss climate cooperation between the nations. Newsom said during a news conference that he and Xi discussed ways to, quote, accelerate our progress on climate in meaningful and substantive ways, but did not go into further detail. Xi may attend the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit next month in San Francisco and meet with President Biden, although China has not officially confirmed his attendance. Octopus lovers unite. It sounds like a strange thing to say, but those fascinated by the mysterious underwater animals are joining together across the globe. CBS's Dana Backus takes a look at Octonation, an octopus fan club that has declared October as Octopus Month.
With bulging eyes and 8 long arms, octopuses are often considered the monsters of the deep. But for Warren Carlisle, they are wondrous sea animals. He developed a curiosity about them at a young age.
The octopus has been on this planet for hundreds of millions of years. They were on this planet before dinosaurs. And the cool thing about the octopus is they live in every single ocean and they exist on every coastline in the world.
Warren's mission is to inspire wonder of the ocean through education about octopuses. He founded Octonation, a nonprofit octopus fan club with hundreds of thousands of social media followers.
Profiling and detailing all these really cool and unique species that you can see like on our Instagram account. And posts started going viral almost immediately with people saying, this is the first time I've ever seen this animal in my life.
People from all over the world are a part of the club, including marine biologist Dr. Chelsea Bennis, also known as the Octo Girl.
Did you ever think that you would find that type of community?
At first, I didn't think I would find that type of community that was as fascinated and interested with octopus as I am. And just the number that we have in the group that want to learn just really excites me.
Through educational events, they share their excitement with the next generation of octopus lovers and future scientists, with the hope that the intrigue around their favorite creature runs as vast and deep as the oceans they live in. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
After this break, Brad Seaborg will have the latest in your Public Eye News sports recap. Stay tuned.
Ancient Earth.
It's the mother of mass extinction.
Something utterly catastrophic.
Much greater than the one that ended the age of the dinosaurs.
Now, we finally know the culprit.
We are finally able to piece together clues from this ancient crime scene.
We're talking wildfires, acid rain, deadly UV radiation. This was hell on Earth.
Inferno on Nova.
Tonight at 9 o'clock on WNMU-TV.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Bradley Seaborg, and I'll be taking you through our Public Eye News sports update. Starting off in the world of motorsport, the NASCAR playoffs are winding down with just one race left in the round of 8. This weekend, the series heads to Martinsville, one of the most unique tracks on the schedule. Only a half-mile long and shaped similar to a paperclip, the track forces drivers to brake hard and is often filled with contact between the cars. Notably absent from the playoff grid this year is Ross Chastain, a Florida man and 7th-generation watermelon farmer who famously rode the outside wall at full throttle on the last lap, passing 5 cars to move on to the Championship 4 in a move now referred to as the Hail Melon. The current race favorite is Denny Hamlin, who sits 17 points outside the Championship 4 in 7th. And bouncing over to the NBA, the defending champion Denver Nuggets tipped off their season against LeBron James and the LA Lakers. After raising the championship banners and receiving their championship rings before the game, the Nuggets picked up where they left off, jumping out to a 34-20 lead at the end of the first quarter. From there, the Nuggets controlled the game behind a 29-point, 13-rebound, 11-assist triple-double from reigning Finals MVP Nikola Jokic. As the game wore on into the fourth quarter, chants of "Who's your daddy?" from the Denver crowd rained down in what looks to be a budding rivalry between the two teams. The Nuggets would go on to win 119-107, the first of potentially many more wins for the Denver squad. And skating over to hockey, the NHL has walked back its ban of pride tape on players' sticks after backlash from fans and the NHL Players Union. The colorful tape, used to show support for the LGBTQ+ community, came under fire last year when 6 players refused to participate in pregame warmups when their teams wore rainbow-themed jerseys. Before the ban was lifted, Coyotes player Travis Dermott used the tape in a game last weekend, and many others said they planned to use the tape anyway. Still outlawed are the themed warm-up jerseys for any cause, including Hockey Fights Cancer and Military Appreciation. That's all the sports I have. Back to the desk for some more stories.
Awesome. Thank you for the sports update. I'm still thinking about the Hail Melon. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
That's
me
awesome.
too.
I love it. Something about it. I don't know. It's the time of year again for the winter parking ban in Marquette. It is set to begin Wednesday, November 1st, 2023, and will stay in effect until Monday, April 1st, 2024. With this ban, there is no parking on any city street in Marquette between the hours of 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. If you're in violation of the ban, you can be subject to a $75 fine, and if you impede snow removal, could be subject to your vehicle being towed. And in roadwork news, a temporary reduced speed limit remains in effect on US 141 bridge over the east branch of the Net River in Iron County. Drivers should drive at 25 miles per hour as crews continue to work on the bridge. Also, a reminder that traffic fines are doubled in work zones. Well,
how about those octopuses?
I know. I, for one, am kind of a fan of Octopus Month. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's super awesome, and octopus should have a month.
Yeah, no, they deserve that recognition.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen one in person, but I still enjoy them.
Yeah, I definitely have like at a zoo, but.
And that is all the time we have for you today. Thank you for watching Public Eye News. I am Ava Sahoyan.
And I'm Emerald Higgins.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.
Thanks for hanging out with us here at Public Eye News today. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube down below to never miss a story, and check us out on Instagram at NMU-Penn.